Namaste all, this is Omni reporting to you live on my watch on 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Providence, Rhode Island, United States of America. This is Roger Williams Park, taking a moment to report in on my GoFundMe campaign, Heroines and Heroes. Trying to think of what would be an important message for the day, and I should be consistent in terms of this fundraiser if I'm serious about it, which I am. I also have a playful manner about it as well. But anyway, what's in it for you? I think one of my instructors reminds me every night. I have these audio recordings that are used to program myself. Even when my body's resting, my mind is still aware of what's going on, and so I program these ideas of what I want to accomplish, how I will go about doing that based on what people I respect and listen to and believe in, what they've said. I record it over and over again in my mind until I act upon it. I was thinking today, none of us, those of us who have mortal bodies, is guaranteed even another second of life. Then how should we be living? How should I be living if I'm going to be an example for other people, if I'm going to be a leader of other heroes and heroines? What should I be thinking about? Well, actually, I was putting myself in alignment with smiles. Whatever makes me smile, whatever makes you smile. See, depending on who you are, different things make you smile, make you laugh, make you, feel aroused, stimulated, happy, etc. So I was thinking I should focus on that. That's a worthy example of somebody who is happy, and part of happiness is health. Like, I don't know too many people who are unhealthy who are really happy people. So you could say it could act backwards. Even if you don't know what happiness feels like, you can program yourself to put yourself on the wavelength of happiness, so that whatever transpires during and after you're putting yourself on the wavelength of happiness can grow from that. Hope I didn't get a cold. Anyway, so I was thinking about an affirmation, that I do a lot of affirmations, and I was thinking about today, I do a lot of complex affirmations, and the one that I had today, I was thinking, orgasms are very important to me. I think a lot of pleasure. You could have an orgasm without having any sexual contact with anybody. I've had this happen before. It just depends on... Sorry. Well, anyway, I was thinking along the orgasmic line of happiness, like tying those two things together. And the affirmation that I had was something like, I forgot to put in feeling. I am feeling and vibrating ultra-naturally, omniversal, orgasmic, dynamically magical, miraculous happiness at this here and now moment, 1,000,000%. So something like that. So in my mind, I'm thinking, if I'm repeating that, I'm driving for Lyft for maybe for 1 or 2 more trips for the day, and then I have other things I want to do. That's about it. I'm still in the process of raising funds for species continuity. That is the subject. Like, if asked, which nobody's really asking. I can't really say that I have an audience for my GoFundMe campaign, because I'm just not successful at it so far. Doesn't mean I'm giving up. I'll just continue on doing these reports and reaching out for your help, for your aid, your donations, your resources, your time, anything you're willing to donate. It's fine with me. Easy to contact. I'm a very public figure. I'm not hiding anywhere. I don't have any reason to, at least not yet. So I've given you some content, some ideas. You can obviously make your own affirmations, but I can tell you from my life that a lot of things that I programmed myself to do, I have accomplished. Not all of them, but the things that I put the highest priority on. If I don't succeed now, I'll just keep pushing at it until I succeed or I die, whichever comes first. So I think that affirmation is a good thing to share. You can morph it. You could use it yourself. I don't know too many people who are thinking about in terms of omniversal consciousness, or attempting to tap into harness and utilize, zillion percent of themselves, not just 100% of your brain and everything that's attached to, but all layers of yourself, all facets, all dimensions that make up the corporate entity that you make. So yeah, I'm asking for your help, I'm asking for your time, I'm asking for your resources to connect with me, before the whole shit house goes down, as they say, or all hell breaks loose. Doesn't look like that from here where I live, but if you watch the news and stuff and you watch events taking place, I'm relishing the fact that I'm having this peace, this tranquility, this serenity, knowing that it may all be washed away very shortly. As months begin to progress, things may unfold that none of us want to have happen, except those people who orchestrated it. If you're not part of the orchestration of all hell breaking loose, then chances are that you're gonna have as many enemies as I do. Yeah, I'm headed to the Temple of Music, which you've seen me do if you've followed any of my posts. I usually come here to relieve myself in between, because there's no places to go to the bathroom. But that's about it for now. I think I may shoot a little bit of my walk, and then I'm gonna get back to work and play. Obviously, I make time for play. I'm not an overachiever anymore. I make time for the balance between work and play, so that I'm able to feel some sort of reward and not being punished just for being willing to work every day. Life does sometimes feel like, I'm being punished. But it's reward and punishment in terms of your own perspective, unless you're in some form of hell right now. And I know that there are people who are. So I'm gonna continue filming as I go to use the bathroom or whatever. And then I think I got a cold or something. But anyway, I will continue shooting. Well, so today is the first rainy, it's not, it rained a little bit, it sprinkled a little bit, but it's the first cool day that we've had. We've been having summer, at our summer's peak is summer's about to end, as far as I know. Yep, we're in the last couple of weeks of it, last month or whatever. So I'm soaking it in, and I think about these symbols that I have in Ultra Heavenly Paradise. That's my house. I also carry it as a state of being, but I like to think that my home is an Ultra Heavenly Paradise because I've designed it that way. In any way, shape, or form that I can conceive of, that I could make this place an amalgamation of all the most pleasant, happy places in the world. Each time I move into a place, I orchestrate things, I design things to make me feel completely comfortable, to make me feel that I'm at home, that I'm in the greatest possible place, the most ideal place that I can formulate, around myself, for my body and for my friends and my allies, whoever it is that I invite into these spaces. And I keep updating. I've been updating my gear, my adventure survival gear, as I'm reminded by one of my best friends, or my best friend actually, that think of it as adventure survival gear. It doesn't make people so fearful of it. If you mention that you're gathering survival gear all the time, I don't think I'm taking it overboard, because since I'm still have the time and, the resources keep being added to me, I'm taking that time to gather and reorganize. I keep updating and organizing gear. I keep finding more gear. I keep thinking about what I may have forgotten. For days now, I've been missing this large aluminum pole. It comes in 3 pieces. I've been looking through all my gear. I had taken out all of my stuff, I thought, in my room, which is Ultra Heavenly Paradise, because my house, I have to share my house with other people. It's it's probably the best house I've lived in as an adult. That's the way that I conceive of it. It's better than the places that I've stayed before. It's very pleasant. Newly renovated. Looks exactly, they call it a chalet. It looks exactly like a ski lodge, and it's at the edge of the woods, in a very peaceful, clean place, the exact opposite of where I lived before, which was in hell, you know, in a crack infested, trashy neighborhood. You know, I lived right across the street from a liquor store, and, you know, and I, you know, drank alcoholically for many, many years. I've been sober for about 8 months now, and you know, really enjoying the balance, the sense of wholeness. I'm the healthiest, fittest that I've ever been in my life. I have more resources, you know, to access. I feel that I'm definitely, for me, tapping into harnessing, and utilizing my full potential at this here and now moment. I'm not wasting any time, knowing that the specter of death, you know, is always somewhere in the picture when it comes to somebody who has a mortal coil or a vessel. We call them human bodies. I don't know if I've given you a little shot of where we're at. This is the Temple of Music in Roger Williams Park on a cool, gray, cloudy, semi-windy day. Semi-windy, excuse me. But, yeah. So pretty much everything else I know where it's at. There was one other thing. I had a pipe, a gold pipe that I had ordered, and I haven't been able to find that either. So a couple of, you know, I have vast amounts of gadgets and equipment. So if one or two things gets put into the mix, as long as I don't end up in some airport somewhere and pulling it out, it should be fine. Excuse me, didn't mean to do that. Anyway, well, I think that I am, yeah, got people looking at me from the behind. Well, yeah, generally I feel I'm in great spirits. I don't really have to work today if I don't want to, but I like working. You know, I like to work and play. I don't like to just play, because then I think, have I done anything productive today? Have I accomplished anything? Well, I am an achiever, even if I've kind of cut back on the overachieving, at least for now, so that I could have the whole color wheel experience on a 24-hour basis, which I do. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm so fortunate. That's why I call myself a zillionaire. My fortune is the fact that I have some of everything, you know, negatives, neutrals, and positives, which come manifest as all things as they are for you in your life, wherever you happen to be, whatever type of entity you are, unless you're in one of those other dimensions where these rules do not apply. For us, at least here in this zillion dimension omniversal dream game, the negatives, neutrals, and positives do exist, and we wield them, you know, and they are wielded upon us, you know, maybe by the entire omniverse. I sometimes question if it is a dream, and I believe that it is, and it's a game, you know. I believe that too, according to my perception and my desire to feel that way. That is it the dream of some disembodied negative, neutral, positive entity, and we're just the zillion facets of it? Sometimes I have a egotistical belief that what if it's all my dream, you know, and I was the creator of it, and this is all just a video game. That's why I call it a dream game. What if it is just check this out. I just found a camo mask. All right. Some people would say, I would never wear that because they're terrified of the pandemic. I have no fear of the pandemic because I still seen wherever I've been, zero evidence that the pandemic is real. No matter how many films people show me of things going on, I know, being a film media student, I'm going up a hill. I don't know if I've shown you, but I'm in the woods and I'm trying to find a place to relieve myself. If you'll give me a moment. Do that. Okay. I'm gonna pause this because uploading these videos, depending on the time length, can take all kinds of time. So, namaste all. I'll be reporting right back in. Namaste, a zillion %, a zillion %, a zillion %.